Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world. Um, I want to welcome every Ambazonian, especially the ones for Ground Zero and those in the diaspora. It'll be almost a year since we take a break from appearing on television or for host this show Amba Perspective. Though we be behind the cameras, we decide for take a break in front of the cameras, and a lot of things that don't happen over the years. I mean, sometimes, like the saying goes, you don't know what you miss until you lose it. Um, Over the years, we don't get a lot of requests why we know the studio Amba Perspective, and recently the requests don't be so much we not feel ignore them anymore. They like say we go away from the struggle. We just you know put more efforts on other aspects of the revolution where it beneath our attention. Um, but uh, um, Fidel Castro, when he be fight the Cuban Revolution, he can talk after he don't win the revolution. Say if you want to do him again, he go do him only with 10 men. The reason why he talked that one is because um, as I don't come to experience for this revolution, now very few people they do the work. A lot of other people then are just noise makers. They could make a lot of noise. You give them responsibility, they disappear. So some of you will not devote ourselves for this revolution, say we will see the end of it. We try to divide ourselves for do so many things so much that even our own personal lives will be affected. But we need to complain about our personal lives because the people for Ground Zero, their personal lives, they don't be disrupted. I mean, every single day of their lives, not just a disruption. So those of you who are there for ground for diaspora, we supposed to get out of our comfort zone and do the things that we nobody doing before, just so that we fit supplement those who are there for Ground Zero. They do the hard work. Now, either anytime I start this show, I always like for salute the people for Ground Zero for all their sacrifices where they make them, for make sure see this revolution it take the path where it take right now. It be very unfortunate say people they want to see the revolution on social media more, but I come today for tell most Ambazonians and say the fact say the revolution will be played more on social media means say the few people that they do the work they don't realize say Dan Fokandi talk a lot on social media, make them get back to work and stay quiet and then do the work. So over the years, we don't realize say that too much talking on social media don't really subside. Too much fighting, it don't subside. I think the reason are just because the few people where they do the work for this revolution don't decide for continue for do the work and then submerge themselves in that so much so that they ignore all the distractions the way they happen around them. That notwithstanding, it still be important. Say me every Amazonian way he feel inside he say he's supposed to be part of this revolution. Make it take a responsibility, a role for playing because in as much as a few people if you fight this fight to the end, it needs every hand on deck. And we only see how they will get some paradigm shift on Ground Zero recently, and that shift no come as a result of work where it just happen spontaneously. Now work will don't happen over time. And I remember Derek and myself, what we did on Amba Perspective here, we don't always the emphasize. Say this war where Paul can put upon we declare upon Amazonia, not be conventional war where we need to fight with them. We don't always make a clear say, we na gorillas. Yes, gorilla they know the stay of a town. Gorilla didn't have a bush as Atanga be talk sometimes say the voices in the bushes. He be very right. The voices and then have a bush, they know they have a town. And wait way a gorilla they do now say it find a target, it hit that target, it retreat. And you go realize say because our boys don't mature as they talk, when they mature and they become better with time, our boys don't mature over time, so much so that the tactics they don't really favor the tactics of a gorilla fighter. You don't confuse Yaoundé, you don't confuse Atanganji, confuse Bia. They don't even know what to do right now. And they don't go again inside our villages to kill innocent civilians. If you realize for the past couple of months, you need to see those videos from La Republique again where they just come massacre a whole lot of our fighters. Then they portray them, just they throw them around social media. Even though some of them be staged because we know reliable information. They come say La Republique soldiers they actually kill innocent civilians, then put gun for their skin, take picture. That the people be so stupid because if you be fighter where you fight, when they kill you for war front, the way the trajectory a weapon, the day and you, it makes sense say now you behold that weapon, they actually fight. But most often than not, you see and say the civilian will lie, he don't die, they carry gun, can't put up his skin. That one no be fighter. Now just a civilian where they don't kill him. They want just show their master for Yaoundé, they say they do work. You know. But I've been very happy say for the past a couple of months, our boys, our guys on the ground, our ladies where they fight this revolution, they don't take them for a different level. And we don't talk about this level long time ago. It's just been as say the people where they behind the restoration forces them, they be only feel say na AK, you know, you shoot, I shoot, na the work. For guerrilla warfare, especially because we Ambazonians, they know, be funded by big countries like Israel, France, United States, and all whatnot. We be funded just by ourselves. And we'll be locked in between Nigeria and Cameroon for where we forget equipment inside that territory, not easy. Therefore, our only way for fight will only be a guerrilla warfare. We'll not get the conventional army. And because we don't resort to the real fight now, Yaoundé they bleed terribly. Now say a lot of people don't understand the kind of pain where those explosives that they inflict them for Yaoundé. I just want to say, maybe you take a little reflection back for this revolution. See that way will be the try for even shoot one La Republique soldier down. You realize that by the time you want to even kill one, they don't, kill a lot of our boys in the process. And when they shoot one, they come back for where they meet the people them, just kill innocent civilians randomly. But this time around, those guys, they need to just enter our territory anyhow. Because any place be in a landmine, and that's the best part of it. If man the cab say anything we touch him, if he touch a place now, electricity go shock he. He touch anywhere, something go happen. If he take his time, he even think twice, thrice, even 4 times, even 10 times before he even try for advance come for your house. So now the way we don't take up execute this struggle for these past months, they don't make a La Republique, they need to inflict that much atrocities as they don't do in the previous years. They don't just walk in and out of Ambazonian at will. Before the one come, they don't strategize, they don't think and check whether these guys, they try to read our minds to see where we don't place weighty. Then they drive any time they see any place where it look like say something, they stop. So they delay them and they didn't even carry out that action them effectively. That is how it's supposed to be. And I want to say kudos to our boys on the ground and the project guys, the way they run this project for the produce those explosives and the produce and the gang for these guys. The good thing I say, they decide to remain anonymous, but they do a great work. One day, as I began to talk for this show way back, when this revolution will end and people they start out the walkway, they run the work behind the scenes, we'll be very, very surprised. Say the one day they make that much noise, they actually do less work. Now the people they should up back quietly, they strategize, they know where to be warfare. Now then they do this thing the right way. And the reason why I start to talking about our self-defense that because they don't get a lot of gains where we take our eyes here and we be very happy for the way they go, and it go find say make we continue in that direction. That conventional warfare make we reduce them, make we only come into that when we be ambushed or we know say we get some better operation we need to carry out. We go do we collect wait like General No PT where we go do that action the other time. That was a great job, but then this action where it take place for ground zero now the best, and anytime when I see those things it just make my heart sweet. But then again a tricky situation where we dey inside, because while we like to see those things, again it put our boys on a very precarious situation, because their locations they be identified from the position where they take those videos. So as we mature in this revolution and they grow in it, we have to start look at different ways for get our people for no say we do good work than for the take videos that they send out there. And I think understand why our boys they still do this action, because they need for sure say that they do that work so that people they go to fund. And I just be unfortunate say the way we fund this revolution, they really, I don't know as a people they like with the fight as the other person in the fight, but this revolution na our own. We need to put every effort. We need to put our 120%, even 200% into this for make sure say it work, especially in the aspect of financing the war. We know say over the years a lot of scandals of embezzlement and misappropriation of funds they don't come on board, but I think say sometimes the B way you just need to find the person where you trust them, fund that person for carry out the job, and we don't realize say the way to work now fine now those explosives. If every restoration force for ground zero if we get those equipment then for use them, I think say La Republic will stop for the camp for our territory. So if we know say some particular group of people they base their time and focus now for make those equipment for manufacture and reach ground zero, or they get people for ground zero they do them, maybe we fund them more and more so that we will get more and more of those for scare away these people from our territory and then get less casualties on our side. That said, I want to talk say we get a lot more where they happen for this revolution. We they come out there, especially in the aspect of humanitarian and diplomacy. In every war, the humanitarian aspect of the war, you must get IDPs, you must get refugees, you must get the wounded inside a war situation. And we can never, ever concentrate on one aspect of this war and then we leave out the other aspect of the war. And why that I want to take this opportunity for commend the civil society network way they do a great job from for make sure say IDPs and be taken care of, the prisoners they be taken care of, the refugees they be taken care of, the wounded be taken care of. Even some of the picking level ground one way they don't get education, some of these civil society networks that they try for teach them skills so that they go be able for sustain themselves. Over time for this Amba Perspective, I will try for the bring some of these organizations them for come tell me the work with they do, because a lot of we need to see them. Are they inside groups the way some of these organizations and be part of, and I see the work. I feel tell you now, say a lot of our people the way they really suffer. Some they get some kind of sicknesses the way they don't even get means for go for hospital, where you don't even concern the war, but this civil society they cater for those people. You know, that's so we need for be the humanity of the world give will start with us. The way and why that way the Zulu people they come up with the word Ubuntu way means say you are because I am. You know, make we take care of each other. I don't see that they take care of people the way they get a cancer way part of their face on the even come out. But because of the fact that they don't cater for our wounded civilians on the ground, they see and say, you know, if it ignore another Ambazonian for not take care of it because again a cancer, you know, that is how we need to treat each other. And I want to send a shout out to all the civil society networks for the great work with they do. And also for our diplomatic engagements. And I get a discussion a while back. Some person they tell me say no other thing no day we need for do for this revolution than only for fight for defend ourselves. Say all these things say diplomacy, humanitarian, you need to make no gains on our side. But I beg for differ, because the moment you abandon the suffering masses of the people, it will get an adverse effect on the people that they fight. Because when person they fight, no say if he get wounded, if he be wounded, no person will care for you anymore. He not go fight anymore with the kind of vigor where they for put inside this fight. If person they fight, no say if he die today, they not go fit cater for a family, because I don't see some of these civil society they send things to people that they don't kill, that the way they don't kill them for war front. They actually send aid to their families. You know, that alone they give comfort to those who they fight. Say once they not day here, some people in this somewhere where they will think about their families. Because when we execute this revolution, we look at like say these guys they fight, they don't get parents, they don't get kids, they don't get sisters and brothers, they get families, they get children. Some of them are married, some of them get wives and kids where they out there, you know, and when they pass on in the line of duty, we forget about them. So that's where we need for no say the humanitarian aspect of this revolution be very important, and a lot of war that they be won through the humanitarian arm of that war, because through that humanitarian arm, international community go pass through that humanitarian arm now to solve the root cause for that crisis, so that they no go come again for the take care of the humanitarian aspect of the war. So those of una that they contribute to the civil society, make una not forget, say they need our support, you know, because this group of people they do a great job out there. Now, looking at the diplomatic side of it, in the same discussion, the same light, so the person talks say diplomacy na rubbish, you know, if you win, and I remember some person be talk say if you win the war but lose the battle, you know. We get some few examples of countries where they don't get independence, but they not be recognized because they lost the diplomatic war. They not be go out there make friends, you know. We understand say this international community we talk about they play a game of interest, you know. To them now wait go benefit them. They make and they put their money for they or put their voice for they, and now why that way in as much as we able to pump money on our defense of the territory so that we will cause enough damage for La Republic that much, excuse me, where it will cause the international community to see and say La Republic no get no say for that territory of Amazonia. It will give them, it will give you leverage now, and it will put you on the forefront for these people for that say, look, if they're like these people that don't lost hold of this territory, nobody the right people for they talk to anymore. Will not get for they do business with these people. Like you see, UK go sign billions of pounds worth of investment for La Republique, you know, for gas and oil. But if we put enough damage for the areas, and because they can't exploit that oil on our territory, if they realize it, they don't even come for that territory, can't exploit that oil because of the way we don't plant all these our explosives all over the place. Would even destroy some of the assets the way they don't can put up for the. It will make them understand say this thing is out of the hands of La Republique, and therefore they need to make sure for preserve that their assets them, for make sure say they talk with the right people, which is rightfully Amazonians, and for make sure say that war will end. So in as much as the self-defense side is so important, the humanitarian aspect is as important as well as the diplomatic side, because we need to make friends out there so that when the time reach way they see and say there's a shift in power, they will quickly come support with, you know, take this thing to a final conclusion. And that, to me, that a three-pronged approach we will need for this revolution. And I will beg say, whenever there is a need for support, our boys on the ground, we continue to support them as much as we do. If we do, if the need come for support, our humanitarian aspect, make we contact the civil society movements, and we'll make sure say we give them the support. Those who they go out there, they fly around the world, they meet diplomats, they talk, they sell our case out in the international community. Make we not minimize them as well. They need money to go out there and do all this work. So, you know, in a nutshell, we need for support all and everything we will bring we our independence. Over this while we are out of the forefront of this television, I just take a time for introspect and look at certain things. And to my opinion, in my opinion, right now, I don't see and say Ambazonians they don't divide themselves into the various groupings the way it did for this revolution. I don't know how many groups are there right now, but I know that we get quite a few with the most prominent ones the way we know about. And no matter how you tell some person say they the dupe for this area, he no go believe you, because it already agreed it won't be for year. If they take him money, chop him, he no get a problem, he go only put him for day. So I realize say rather than for begin to say this group, that group, this one, make everybody stay for a lane, do it way if you do for the same purpose. And now why that they call and say unity in diversity, you know. While because I read Sisikui interview a while back on this major print media outlets, and they tells as President Sisiku say there's a lot of division amongst you and so on and so forth. They don't ask that question plenty of time, and I like the way President Sisiku never answer that question, because it just reflects the people who will be. In as much as people think say we fight amongst each other, we get one goal. You know, we just differ on how we want to approach this fight, and we just differ on ideologies on how to get to Boya. So I want to appeal to Amazonians whether they listen to this show right now. Say if you don't decide, say you want to follow this particular leader, and you want to pay your allegiance to ye because you believe. Say it do work, we go for Amazonia, we go give our independence. Stay on that lane, support that work, do everything if you do to make sure say it do the work we do. I mean, you wholly accountable, so that make it not be say you go put money for rabbit hole and then tomorrow they start give you story. if you know say you don't decide say na leader number one, I want for be for a back, I want support this leader because I believe say this leader he do a good work, well and good. Continue to support that leader, continue to put the finances, the human resource where you fit put them for a back, but make sure say you hold that leader accountable so that make begin to do anything where you need to be for the good of Ambazonia. And that said, I want bring you to the point say once you don't decide say that this leader you want begin to follow, just stay on that lane and then stop for the attack the other groupings or members of the other groups when they come out with their projects, because as I talk, people they don't choose their sides. So if I've been a leader for this revolution, you choose say you want to follow me, I bring my projects and they bring enough for the people that don't choose to follow me. So if you sit down for outside, you feel some project na scam, make the people where they desire to follow that scam, make they follow the scam, because they don't, every leader already show a hand for this revolution. Every leader already show a hand for this revolution. I don't think say some Monday now will not know it anymore, except some new person will go come up. Every leader for this revolution don't show a card for table, and we know who be who. So for my own thinking, if some person still there for some person in the back way, they don't alert or they don't get evidence of misappropriation of funds, or say they don't take money, chop them, or do anything, make allow that person for continue to support that leader, but make sure as I talk, hold that leader accountable for be very certain. Say this support will you give you financially and otherwise, it use them for the right the channel and for the right way he gave a channel and for the, because make no sense say every now and then when this grouping come up with a project, members of another group they just try for shoot them down. You shoot them down, even though some of these people that they shoot them down, they know very well say that is a good project, it go work, but just because nobody them bring and forth, they go use every might, everything they get for make sure say they discredit that project. Ambazonia has plenty around the world. If you feel say some person in the project eat on your the finances will come on your side now because probably you need to do a good job. So see now how you go up your game, do a better job. If we compete for do a better job for serve ground zero better, it go serve all of we. Because when group A win, now we win. Group B win, now Ambazonia win. Group C win, now still Ambazonia win. So I don't take a stance for now say against person way are looking like the leader of this revolution and the support initiative, and I make sure say are wholly accountable. But then still time at hand for say okay, this other leader don't come up with a good project way and look plausible, and I don't interrogate I see and say now a project where if you work and I get the means for support that project, support them, because if that project go do work for ground zero or do work where it favor Ambazonia, me I win. So if we get this mindset, I don't think say some media outlet will come again as a leader for this revolution say when I get division amongst una, because they go see and say all that fighting on social media they need to see them again. If all man they for a lane, they do your own work for your own lane, they disturb the other person. If you say the other person they work, find pass your own, try to improve your own, so that you go better pass your own. And then the other person say you don't pass it did like race, you do better, so that all we go win at the end of the day. Because if group A destroy all barracks for Ambazonia, me too, I win, because they say when rain fall, you need the select roof where they fall on top. They play with 4, they go fall for all my roof. So if someone leader for this revolution and the people that they support it, go carry out a good action on the ground, carry out a good action with our IDPs, our prisoners, our refugees, carry out a good action on diplomatic field, it's our win, all of us. So I don't see any reason why we need for even fight. We can argue and debate, critique each other for a very constructive way so that all we go grow together. So I think I don't see and saying that so this revolution will not be so far, and I hope say people go start think for keep to that and support the place where they get that conviction. Say something if you come up for the way go find for we. I think say when we do so, we will go for ground zero faster. You know, that said, I think one project we around be involved myself in the project, and what I like right now at the big rubber gun project. The reason why I like the project, it not just be because I be part of the team we will put forth our support to the interim government, or say it not be just because it come from the interim government, but it is because I don't interrogate and I don't look at this project as I say now what we will need for this revolution right now. As I talk and for the beginning of this show, Derek and myself we will only talk for you about guerrilla tactics, and we talk about this placing these explosives long time ago. It only happen now. This is the time. So we need to take one step further. The reason why this rubber gun project they come up now because the people where they come up with this project are visionaries. They don't see them. Say when they start for touch the Republic for ground, they go one start come for up. And when they start come for up, which be better for use than for use a rubber gun. You know? So just like we talk about this explosive then long time ago, it happened. We happy now. Now so we go start happy again soon when the first rubber gun they start for be utilized on ground zero. The reason why I buy into this project now because of the timing of the project and the vision where the people that they come up with the project they get them for see and say once La Republic don't tire for ground fight, they go one start come for up. And no other thing no day we will use them for stop them for come for up than for use rubber gun. That one now person will get sense, we think that kind of thinking. And now one of the reasons that I like this project because the timing is correct. The second reason why I like this project when I don't attend and one thing that I like for put for this revolution I say when you don't know ask. When some person put a project out you don't know ask. One thing where plenty of we do not say once we see the project we don't come from we. No, you don't go work. No, na scam. No, na this. No, na that. My brothers and my sisters, them no be the way that we take and we'll give a take for execute this revolution. I don't talk and say me always stay for our lane. If you see and say some leader they do good work with according to you, put your money and your efforts for they forget about the other person. Make every person for play put your money, may go ask the leader. Inside your money don't go. That one na fine thing. I think say plenty people will be the ask money for my trip to Buena because now their money because even if I put my money for day. So if I go to ask and because I put my money for day. So play where I put my money now for there I will go ask. And if you come out based on group do their project, collect money, even if the project not work and then me I go begin to ask them say what it happen. I don't give money for day. I don't put my human resource for the why I need to go begin ask. I go stay for my lane, put money for play where I know say correct for me. If you know correct, if you know go fine, I go ask the person why I give the money for this. Say tell me why this thing no work. So I like this big rubber gun project because as I attend that meeting, they talk and say time when they conceive this project, they look at all other projects them for this revolution where it don't bring them forth by different groupings, and they see some fine aspect they to be there for the way they fit copy Adam for inside this project. and then they see the mistakes and the errors the way the other project they get them, and then they put more effort for fix the mistake them so that it not go happen again. And I think the one mistake way most other projects they do, I say they take money, give for some person, say go bring me material, and then the money enter Susongo, disappear, and then they don't even get how they can tell when I say that money don't disappear. According to what me I where they no be a year, I come for that meeting, they talk and say that one will go happen for this big global gun project. If you never see big global gun start happening, you say they never spend money. Then when you see big global gun start happening, you know say the money don't be spent, and they don't put security measures to make sure say until you receive your material, confirm them before the person will supply you the material, they get the money. I think say now so these things supposed to do. Now the mistake that way a lot of other projects the way we don't bring them for this revolution. That the mistake that they make them for just trust people, just give them money, and then they wait. Some more time, money no come, it no happen. People they come for your head talk say you don't chop money. Even though some people they chop money, but if you chop 100,000, then do work for 300,000. I know this person go even can ask you if you do the other 100,000. But if you chop now 1,000, you don't do the job. Now you don't die because all that money you know they you don't chop up. So I think say for those of you who don't come listen to this project, the Big Rubber Gun project, I don't talk intensively with the project team. I don't talk with the project leader, and I be convinced within me say the timing is right, the way they want to do this project be right, and how they go do them, execute them be right. And the one thing I like, I say they need to discriminate which of the restoration forces on the ground they go get the big rubber gun. Just as they don't discriminate which of the restoration forces on the ground go get those material the way you don't take out armored cars. So I think say that the spirit, as I talk Ubuntu spirit that way, this project get away, it really find me, because even if they say and say una group is be organized, una group for ground zero be organized, and the group will carry out maximum operation will get a maximum effect, and they give another big rubber gun and do that project, and do that operation day. It no matter whether una like that person will give una the big rubber gun or not like it, as long as una carry out that operation, it work fine. They will give una more, because the end result now for make sure say La Republic back out of Amazonia. So because of this aspect of this big rubber gun project, I love them. And if I get money for just sponsor them alone, me, I for do them. Because if the time will be to talk about explosives, we'll start doing that time. Big rubber gun for don't come. Like now, La Republic will get no choice than for even start back say maybe we should don't talk the matter for table. Because at the end of the day, in our table, this matter will end. A lot of people don't talk say you know, it doesn't make sense to for the war for drag on when you end back for the play where we give for start day in the first place. Because now the table where the team we give a start end, but like probably be think say we 2 cubes of sugar, if you can put inside water we melt. They forget for noses of sugar, then they melt for inside water. They don't go put inside water, or even one dry the water, one soak all the water inside the sugar. Now they don't even get more water for pour them, because we don't get technique for drag the water. So I want to talk say this war, now we Ambazonians them, we stand for win them. Not only we fit do anything for lost this war. So today on this show, I just come to recap this first show. I just come to give a recap of the things the way around the time of this revolution. And before I go to this point, I want to just talk a little bit about kidnappings. We get three kinds of people where they do things them on the ground. Number one, we get the real restoration forces, where they do the real work. Now they fight La Republic soldiers on the ground. Now they do 99.99% of the work we this yam. Where La Republic they bleed. Now the boys in that way they call them Amba boys. The second crop of boys the way they devil brown. Now boys the way La Republic, Tanganji and the people they don't put them on the ground. Now tactics that way the oppressor use them. You know fit it in a common sense. Where you even get for use na common sense for no. You don't even need proof. But we prove there anyway. But you don't need proof for no say the oppressor will use boys for commit atrocities on the ground so that they go attribute them to the real restoration forces. They get the reason why they do are two. One, for guerrilla warfare, their best defense, their best protection, now the community, the people. Once the people buy into the revolution, one soldier don't go die because now they be the eyes, the ears of the soldiers. Now then they tell you when danger day. Now they tell you when La Republic force in day. Now they tell you all these things. So the enemy, they use other people on the ground for cause atrocities so that the people where you protect go turn against you. Now a very good strategy that way the enemy they use them. We need to know. Now common sense, you don't need proof. The second way that they use those boys for do, now for gain a good face for international community. As I talk, no matter how much we fight this war, international community get a hand for play for this war. Some people they go jail after this war end, whether I like it or not, for war crimes. So for La Republic for cover their soldier, their lads where they don't expose them, they go use fake Amba boys them for commit atrocities and so that when the soldiers then commit those atrocities, they go say no. Now Amba boys they do them. They sponsor boys on the ground. You don't need proof. Like common sense. If La Republic they do them, then they foolish. But I know how clever they do for thief, for do thiefing them. They do them. The third crop of boys on the ground are thieves, armed robbers. The way they don't be the thief people sing. The world you can give the opportunity. They just use them. Buy gun them. Just want to kidnap people to collect money. Now the three crops of boys in that live on the ground. But what besides the La Republic boys them and the armed robbers, they don't come blend inside our restoration forces. They commit all those atrocities on the ground. No doubt, so once in a while, our boys they go above board. But so all day. Sometimes you do things just because you need to protect yourself and for survive. But the people that they caused all the atrocities on the ground, the kidnappings, some kids they even kill people there so that the community will turn against our restoration forces. Now the armed robbers them and La Republic is surrogate forces every day inside Amazonia. Some who know this one very clear. They probably why I talk this one because some of our people don't vex say no, this war will be chasing these people that have to protect we, but now they don't turn the kill we, they kidnap we. That is what these people want. Now the reason that way Bia and the boys they go form other boys on our side for commit these atrocities because they want to make you talk that kind of talk. They want to make you go against the restoration forces. As I talk, common sense. if the Republic get thief, say if you want to know the highest thief people with this world are French people. France, they don't teach their boys for La Republique how to do all these thieves, this stealing. So they know this act very well. If you want to know how these people they operate, if you know exactly how these people operate, you know go surprise which they happen for Ambazonia at this point in time. So make we need always be quick for blame the restoration forces on the ground. And one thing because even if I don't be a victim of kidnappings, they don't kidnap family members, they don't kidnap friends, they don't kidnap friends of friends. So all we suffer. And of course, now the sacrifice we need to make them, because now a revolution and our revolution get the same characteristics of every revolution. Most man of fool you say wars past anything. The only reason why we think say wars now because we get social media now. You know, in the days where the revolution will take place, where smartphones will be there. They now history books they be talk the thing they happen after. Not be even but today in real time we see things in real time now. La Republic that they destroy places for Kumbu, for so they don't keep innocent civilians, they don't burn out so we see them in real time. So we know. It not be like say our revolution was past the other one their own. It just the following the characteristics of a revolution. I always tell people, say, go and read, do a research, understand how these things work. You know, and I know if you don't fear talk, say I know which way our people they go for ground zero. I cannot. I know it because I know Didi, and sometimes I understand their frustration because you know fit they you support this revolution financially or otherwise. You're picking them for abroad, they support them, you know, then they still can kidnap you. You know, even though most of the kidnappings they be done by these thieves and Tangi boys. But at the end of the day, we be human beings. At some point, we become frustrated. And we want to start paint every fighter with the same brush. So, but I want to beg for our people, say, this sacrifice the way we go make them for this revolution, this for get through this hard times we would go through. I mean, there's always the storm before the calm. We know if it's get this thing easy. They cannot give it to us on a platter of gold. The revolution, this will na fight, na war, and for war situation, life is not comfortable. You know, life is not comfortable. Everything is abnormal. Anything you do, even if you go bury a person na Herculean task. You know, you're not there before that, you just go take person for mortuary. When I go do big party, bury the person, then celebrate, go. It don't change. Weddings don't change. Celebrate, and not they the same anymore. So we are living, then Corona don't add again on top. So a lot of things they don't happen for this time we just get for bear this and continue to execute this revolution. The more reason why we need more hands on deck. We need more hands on deck. I will tell when I say, anytime I go for any project for this revolution, they meet up the same people. Anytime where they come and say, if you can join for this project, we will do this thing, I go for the same people. Anywhere, the same people. Everywhere, the same people. And then, you don't even see these people where you see them everywhere for social media, they talk. No. They are working. They are doing the hard work. You know, now they crack that concrete, they build that foundation. But then the noisemakers and they for social media, they call them keyboard warriors. The owner for social media talk, type, insult. I never watch wait they talk today for this show for under my for Facebook, but short see some person the way you must insult me today. But you know, that's all this thing I take this arena like doing a public service, and if you don't get the thick skin when you serve the public, then you are not cut for it, because sometimes the people that insult you for no reason. Some man just hate you. Some man just be threatened by how much you give, and if you complex, just catch you don't know any other thing for do but for insult you. But as I don't talk, make all we try for stay for our lane, support which way we think say be right for support of this revolution, and then we will get a better way for execute anything we want to do for this revolution. And another thing I would like to talk about, it be very worrying, to we need for take into consideration. I say media in a revolution be very, very important. Media in a revolution be very, very important. I remember say when we start SCBC, some people will criticize them. Some people be talk say, say what you will do with television inside a revolution. Some people they say it cost a lot of money to maintain the television. Some people talk say now some people that television they use them for their benefit. A lot of things all we know about those things. But how many televisions do we have today? We get 3. We get 3. That just tells you, say, the formation of ACBC be a very good idea, very, very good one, because the person where they control information, they control a lot of things. When you control, now why the way CRTV, it shape. I mean, when we grow for Cameroon in the days where we think we'll be Cameroonians, CRTV shape our perception about life, shape our mindset. They brainwash you, make you think in a particular direction. I mean, a lot of people in Cameroon say all things where they happen for Cameroon are beyond the door. Where beyond some that even know some of those things. But all things I say the president, we thank the president. The chef de l'État don't do this, chef de l'État don't do this. Small, I even see how they put ATM for on site. The minister go open ATM. They go be small bridge where they don't thief money they where na delegate will go open bridge, small mutual bridge where even some man for Cartier be the bridge by with their own money, so they make them would feel say they leader na some demigod, and true to Frenchman attitude, they don't speak truth to power. They fear leader. Now why that way? Our counterparts on the other side of the Mongo, they respect we for Ambazonia, because we get the Anglo-Saxon culture where when a leader talks until you correct for you tell it there and there. You correct it and you give your opinion. But with the French people with their culture, it's a no. It be like a sacrilege for you to stand. You don't ever hear some person really talk to Bia? Never. But I don't stay out of that country. I don't see for parliament how Malema the insult president tell he say he be fool. Because he thinks his opinion not correct. Even though I know things say some small boy go just insult big man like that, but you need to speak truth to power. So as I talk, the media, now why they call the media the fourth arm of the state. After you get you get the executive, the legislature, and what I don't forget the other one. You get the fourth arm of the state. When the media, they play a very, very important role. Now, why that way the media be very important for this revolution, and it just be unfortunate to say we forget or we undermine that part of this revolution too much, and we need to give them the credit where it's due. When I say give them the credit, I say make we try to fund the media outlet then for be able for sustain the media for continue for talk to the people. Because I will tell you right now, just as people that don't take their stance with the leadership way they want for listen to, now so people that don't take their stance for the media house they want listen to, and be a bad thing, or be uncommon. For example, for United States people they need to watch CNN, they watch Fox News, and the ideas about America be different, because Fox News they talk your own thing, they be a right wing media, CNN be a left. So Al Jazeera they talk different in BBC, So at the end of the day, as I talk, stay for your lane. People in the way they concentrate for one media, they don't want to listen to the other one. But a right mind person where they think, get positive thinking, and where he like to know, he listen to all, so that he go make a judgment. He go decide which one he feels say it be credible. that one bring me to the support of ACBC. I want to appeal to our people out there, say, we don't try as ACBC over these years. I think that the longest serving media, and the first ever will create and this May, like the 4th year, the 6th of May, actually make ACBC the fourth year where they run, even though we don't get our ups and our downs. We start from some paying about $12,000 right now. Don't come so low. We stipulate for our people for make sure say maybe we try for the support so that when they come and we tell the people wait if they go for the revolution, we're going to motivate them, we're going to give them education, we're going to continue to radicalize their mindset about the fight, where they fight, build that ideology, even the beginning they grow, make them continue with the ideology, because it's hard to kill an ideology. Now why that we La Republic of stop this war? Because now our beginning knows they be Ambazonians. So I want to plead for we would watch ACBC say ACBC needs your support. It needs your support. Try as much as you can. If you give $100 for some place, try to take $20 for that $100, give 80 for they can give 20 for ACBC, for support ACBC every month, for be able to pay the satellite. I mean, all we have volunteers, we just need to pay the satellite bill and to pay our studio, so that we'll continue to come for you and for give you the state of the revolution, and they give you the news as it is, and for promote the projects the way movements that they carry out for this revolution. I go end for talk say a few weeks back, the satellite company tell us they don't change the frequency. I think it go to run on the screen. For those of you where you do for diaspora where people that have ground zero no say they don't change the frequency. They don't give you new frequency because they don't improve a little bit. So they will give you a new frequency where they run on. So if you say our technical team don't put up for screen, that fine. So that we will fit use them for scan. All you need to do. Now for scan your device, it will pick up ACBC again. For some people, then their device will just pick up automatically. For some people, they need for rescan, their device will pick up. Today for Amba Perspective, I want to salute Ambazonians, because a lot of people around Bexim will come back can do this show, and I'll be very grateful say, and I'll be humble say, people really like Amba Perspectives that much for really requests. For we to come back and do the show, and today I want just come for talk for Ambazonians, give my perspective about certain things, congratulate those who they do good work, for those who they know where they don't drop out, when they come back on board, and for talk say subsequently I will get guests on my show next week Wednesday. I will talk for the Vice President Daphne Yerima, make it tell you what we the government they do for this revolution so far, and which kind thing and the way you need for make we know, so that we will continue to support which way it bring them forth. So on Wednesday next week, Comrade Daphne Yerima will meet here. I will come with other guests, both Ambazonians and non-Ambazonians, for come and talk to we on aspects of the revolution, on how we fight the war and other things, so that we'll learn for do things the right way. I want to thank every Ambazonian way. It always stay true to this revolution, stay true to this channel, and stay true to Amba Perspective. And I will be coming every Wednesday for share with you. And subsequently, we will open the calls so that we will start get calls and we will talk. We'll get interactive show, so that no go only me go can do a monologue. So I want to thank you all for watching this show today, and I hope say we don't start another chapter for Amba Perspective way. It will be very enjoyable and very educational. I hope for bring a lot of people who can talk on this show. And if you know some person where you feel say you like, make it come on Amba Perspective, maybe we get a discussion. You send me information for info@acbctv.com, info@acbctv.com, and we go contact the person, or if you get the person the contact details, or if you wish to come on this program, can talk about anything about the revolution, or educate our people about certain things, just send us a call or send us an email, and we will get in touch with you. Thank you very much for tuning in, and wish you now good evening, a good morning, and a good night. Thank you very much.